So when I think of a secure attachment with couples, like the image I get is like, oh, couples are still going to argue, but there's not this threat to the relationship. It feels like, oh, we're going to argue and that's okay because there's trust, there's respect, there's healthy conflict resolution, there's the ability to have difficult conversations, there's shared goals and values. It's just like couples being on the same page even when things go off. That's kind of the feeling and the visual I get when I think of secure attachment.
Yeah, and I've been thinking about this a bunch because also we get asked, we were on Psych Talk, which will come out in the next pretty soon.
That was fun.
Another podcast had us on, and she asked us about like what is secure attachment, and for me, like as I think about it more and more, I'm just thinking about security. Really taking that first word and expanding. Like I feel a lot of security in my relationship. Like we can get into disagreements. I can go through a hard time. You can go through a hard time. We can struggle with our connection a little bit. Like we can struggle with intimacy, physical, emotional intimacy, but I still feel internally secure. I feel secure in our relationship.
Yes, there's a feeling of that you can express your needs. There's this emotional closeness and it feels okay. Instead of, right, the couples that present for counseling are usually like not on each other's team and they're really defensive with each other and there's a lot of blame and rejection. So this is like, oh, I feel emotionally close and I can share my needs and wants, even if it might be hurtful or difficult to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other, like just on a personal level, as I've seen our relationship transition over the years, a lot of the security also comes from like when we do go through difficult times, that it doesn't feel like the entire like it's just falling to pieces, like it's over. Like there's just this like, okay, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay.
Well, that's one of the components, right? Trust and reliability. Like, even though it's not okay, I can trust that eventually we will get through this, right? And another piece is the conflict resolution. Like a lot of couples who don't know how to have healthy communication skills will sweep things under the rug or avoid it. It builds up. We have to be able to manage it and resolve it. And so couples who do have secure functioning are able to resolve their differences. And if they do have differences and they can't be resolved, that's okay too. They just accept each other for it.